Hi, I thought this would be an interesting little short video, just worth showing what I'm working on just now. This is a little bit of history. This is the inside of a servant's bell box. These were used when people could afford to have servants in their houses, and you would press a button and a bell would ring, except this box basically is designed to indicate which room the bell button was pressed in. So this particular one's quite old. There are a number of types of these. Sometimes you get them with a little flag that flutters or shakes in the windows. This is only the inside of the box. There's a plate of glass and a metal panel with just showing you little circles where these little windows where activity occurs. And this particular one is a kind of semaphore, these red discs, and I can press a reset and it puts them all into the reset positions, so next time a bell rings these would drop down. So there's normally, as I say, there is a metal sheet in front that indicates where the red disc when it falls into place. Now I've connected it up here to a 12 volt supply, and instead of having a bell I've got a relay and a button here. So if I press the button, you see the window semaphore drops to indicate that the buzzer was pressed in the bedroom 1 or whatever it will be, depending how these are. So, and just depends where the button's pressed. So if I can line that up, then this one then, dining room, is where this buzzer had been pressed. And once the servants dealt with the situation, you can reset the actual semaphores. So it's quite interesting. It's little solenoids operating on a catch, pulling down on the little kind of pivot lever here, releasing the semaphore to fall under gravity. It does have to be mounted on a wall and use gravity to actually drop the disc into place. So interesting, the wiring is just fed along the board, almost like a printed circuit board, but it's onto a wooden backing, and it's just bare copper wire that's fed around the board. And the arrangement is that these the solenoids are in series with the bell. I'm using, in this case, just a relay as a buzzer. I've had to put a couple of resistors over it just to give me enough of a current through to operate the actual the bells, the solenoids themselves. But as you can see, just depending on which one I hook to, it will operate one of these devices. And then, as I say, it's quite straightforward to reset the positions. So just a bit of old history. These things are kind of disappearing now. Sometimes they may be in buildings, but completely unworking. This one has obviously seen some dampness, but yeah, quite interesting, a bit of old history. I guess if you were brave enough, you could try changing the front to mean something like I've got here, but I'm pretty sure it'll end up in a beating up or a divorce. So you could just say, I need a beer.